Hello everyone, and welcome to Mage, Somnambulist, episode number 13. We made it to the most lucky episode. On the tweet I sent out, I said nothing had changed. I'm going to wait for the inevitable Sheepy's beard is gone. Comments. Yes, my beard is gone. Hello, welcome. I've said that, but I needed to reset after mentioning my beard. Intro things. Every time, like, I just need to write everything down.
Hi, welcome to episode 13 of Somnambulist. It's a Mage Awakening show brought to you by The Wandering Inn and GM'd by our wonderful GM Sheepdog Gaming. No longer Sheepdog Gaming, now just The Wandering Inn.
Yeah.
We have 3 people on this show who have been here since the dawn of time. One who had been with us but has left quite early, and we are constantly trying to save her from a world of hurt and
Rip
destruction.
Kira.
And yeah, R.I.P. Kira. That's the intro. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm like
Patreon,
my adrenaline's
Patreon.
going. Oh yeah, and don't forget everybody, if you like these shows, quite frankly, you should probably support them. Twitch is okay.
I was wondering when that was gonna...
I was trying to ride it out, man.
So, yes, there is a Patreon. If you enjoy the show, if you enjoy the previous shows we've done, and you want to see, importantly, if you want to see more shows more often, then go check out the Patreon. I'm debating for a second whether to shade Twitch. Yeah, fuck it. It's better than subscribing on Twitch. Don't do that. Go check out Patreon and subscribe on Patreon. You can subscribe for $3 or so, and it gives me more than a Twitch sub, so much better. With that said, yeah, essentially all of the money I earn on Patreon and Twitch, but fuck Twitch. All of the money I earn on, I'm just waiting for the screen to go blank and be like, you have been banned. All of the money that comes from Patreon goes directly into the cosplay. Currently we are covered on the Monday show. I would like to be running 2 shows a week, which means the Friday show, a Friday show and a Monday show. So if we can get more support on Patreon, essentially, I can produce 2 shows a week. And from there, I have more plans. I should have a proper, like, trailer for it soon enough, but there is an upcoming season 2 of Dragon Riders, so that's going to be on the Friday slot, and we're going to be doing a season 2, which should be a lot of fun because season 1 was great. If you want to get the announcements, or you want to get notified when the shows are live, Twitter is a place that you can follow, and I put the announcements out there. Discord's better, and I just throw it out there. If you are in the Discord and you aren't getting the notifications, there is a role. You can just @ me in the Discord, and I'll give you the role, and then, it's just so I don't have to bug everyone every time with the @ everyone's. It's much more simple to have, like, a specific role for going live notifications. Past that, there was something else I was going to... Oh, yes. Next week, we do not have a Somnambulist episode. What we will probably do is do a rerun. I was thinking about running either Moonkissed again, because... fuck it, I just want to make everyone cry. Or I was thinking about running Glitch again. Either one. The week after, the 28th, we may have something, or it may also be reruns, depending on what I can get organized, but there isn't an episode of Somnambulist. The next one will be on the 5th of December, and will most likely be the finale. So I should probably get a really good cliffhanger for this episode, just to torture everyone for a couple of weeks, right? Yeah. So, having said that, what happened last week? Well, a giant argument? I think that
The whole episode was just one big argument, basically.
Yeah. No, it was pretty much the girls deciding what they want to do. Like essentially what the most important thing to them was, what they want to deal with, and whether they want to deal with any of it at all, really. They went to go and hide out for a little bit with Morgan, who honestly was not the worst patron considering all of the others. And let them stay for a little bit, gave them a little bit of insight, I guess, and they decided the best course of action is A, to go find Kiljara, B, to make friends with Kiljara, or at least team up, and then C, to either get revenge on the people who wronged them, or maybe tear apart the council, or maybe create a new reality.
It's not the only problem you're making now. It's not or. It's and.
And.
Yeah.
Course, yeah.
Yeah.
And.
So
there's a lot. There's a lot that is riding on us trying to befriend and get Kiljara on our side. So
yeah. So why don't we just rejoin everyone, as you had just walked through this little door which opened using Gaia's key and has taken you into the spirit realm. So you walk out into what is essentially a in a certain way it's similar to the place you found yourself when you went to go find Kira. You know, the place that was like sand and nothing else really. The way it's kind of the spirit realm is around it. You can kind of see that it is sectioned off almost. There's like a little bit of a barrier or something. But it's very, very different at the same time. Grass, there's like a little stream that runs through it. There are varieties of of birds and animals, kind of noises and in the distance. It's quite a large open area with what is essentially a large multi-limbed tree that has kind of been fashioned into a house at the same time. So there are windows, there's doors, very calm, very chill. But you have found yourself in the spirit realm, so.
Huh. This is a little nicer, I think, than
Peacefuler.
it was. Yeah, a little nicer, a little more peaceful. So do we just like yell for him? Like how does it work here? I know in the veil I can kind of figure stuff out pretty easily.
I mean, we still have this. And I check out the compass.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, the compass is supposed to tell you the direction of what you desire. So
That bit didn't come through. the last bit.
I was answering something.
Oh, sorry.
I lost my train of thought.
The
So,
compass
I
is
guess
supposed to
just-
show us where was something that
So-
placed the thing that we desire. So
Yeah, so I guess just think about the little guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Little thing.
I hand it to Sasha because I think she is the person who may have the best way forward at this point of what they desire or maybe thinking of Kiljara actually. Don't give me that look.
Oh, me. You want me to do it?
Yes, I do.
Can I ask what? Actually, no. Don't tell me why. All right. I desire.
You don't need to say it out loud.
I know, but it's more fun that way, right? You see it in the movies and everything.
No,
Isn't it
in the
kinda
movies,
like you
every
have
time
a
they say,
wish and then,
yeah, you
know,
can't say it out loud
can't
because
say
then
your wish out loud. You know,
Yeah.
that's-
you know, never seen it,
Like when you blow
never
up
heard of it.
candles?
That's a wish. A wish is different.
Is it?
A wish
Yes.
and a desire kind of sound similar.
No, they're different.
I'm not convinced.
Fine. I will quietly call for the companion, the guy's little companion.
Like vocally cool.
I'll do quietly.
Do the little pss, pss, pss,
Yep.
pss, 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 pss.
You mean the little spirit companion she
Yeah.
had?
Mm-hmm.
From what you can tell, it's not here.
Like the compass doesn't show it either.
It would, yes. Essentially, as it spins, it ends up kind of like slowly stopping and going left to right, and then stopping and kind of like still very slightly moving back and forth, but kind of pointing in a direction, which is basically just straight out into the spirit realm somewhere.
Yeah, on second thought, if we know where he is, we can't just traverse through that.
Why not?
Because this place seems to be protected by something.
Like what?
Well, last time we also needed something to protect us from the onslaught of spirits. Why am I the only one?
Semantics, really.
Go ahead, try and just take a step outside.
I will attempt to take a step outside.
Okay. What goes out first? Hand, foot.
You
Tip of
already
my boot.
lost and I tried the other one.
Tip of my boot. I'm poking.
Okay, as your boot pokes out, essentially, you feel an immediate like tug, like you're caught up in the stream of like the sea, like a water current, and you notice that your boot starts to like almost get sandpapered away, so like bits of the boot starts to like drift off and dust and then fly off away. It's not like immediate instant disappear or anything. It's almost like a sandstorm, like slowly chipping away at the material of your boot.
Alfie, make me a new big toe. I lost mine.
Ugh.
I will try and wrestle my foot free.
Oh yeah, you can take your foot back easily.
Okay. All right, fine. So
Onslaught of
a
spirits.
little bit more than semantics, really.
Hmm.
So, what do you suggest then?
I don't have Any suggestions? I just
Well-
thought I'd bring the obvious to the table and say that we can't just wander out there.
So very helpful. Thank you, Nell.
Did it spare you almost losing your entire body, it seems?
No, we need solutions.
Right.
How do we? What do we do to move forward?
I think for solutions, I'm not the person to look at.
Who, me?
Well, you're the smart one.
You're the smart one.
I
Look, we've
am?
got the athletic. We've got the athletic one. Look, Nell's the athletic one. I'm the sarcastic.
Bitchy one, you can say it.
Popular one.
And you're the smart
maybe.
one.
Yeah, and you're the smart one.
Okay, so what do we got here? We have we, so I'm gonna like, we're past the portal now. Are we inside the spirit realm?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just like motion for the compass. All right. Saying this direction. I'm gonna see, actually, first of all, like, Beta, you with me?
Beta is there.
Yeah,
I don't think he sounds too happy. Beta, stop that.
Sorry.
Sometimes he does that just to like jump scare me. It's really annoying.
Ugh.
What a
Okay.
friend.
Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna like just touch the ground or the sand and just try to manipulate it into something, like try to make it into like a bird or something.
in terms of your kind of material senses for
Yeah.
etc., there is nothing here.
Oh.
You can take it as assumed that this is all spiritual.
Oh, can I try something?
Mm-hmm.
Probably also useless, but I've made little increments of space before where, for example, there is no gravity.
Yes.
Can I try to do the same? No, I could only take away a force inside. Because I was thinking, like, what if I can create a sort of like an encased space that there is no magic, but I can't do that. So never mind. I will ponder on that thought while I look at my magic.
And if I like seeing Sasha take that step forward, like she got stuck almost.
More kind of like it's like it was a current that just kind of like, you know, caught you. It didn't, you know, stick you, or you were able to move your foot back and everything, but
It was a current.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of this kind of like dome of call it like a spiritual shield keeping the spirit realm out. It is just a swirling maelstrom of energy.
Yeah.
Can I manipulate? Oh, I'm gonna like feel the dome. Can I manipulate the dome?
What with?
So with the intent of moving it.
It's spirit magic.
Yeah.
That's a
shit.
shitty thing because I was thinking I
spirit
can
magic.
make shields normally. But I don't know
You
if that
have
will
anything.
keep away spirit magic.
I
Look at
might
the little
have
twink in the eyes.
I might have
Mhm.
something I could attempt to do, but it's extremely experimental. But you know, it might be fun.
you
You know,
gonna sacrifice
when you say
someone?
extremely experimental, I get a little worried. But how about you tell us what you're thinking first, and then we can kind of go from there.
Well, why don't I take us out of time and fate. Put us in a little bubble. Center around us.
How does your timey stuff work? Like, does that mean do you like see time flowing like everywhere else, kind of like a river or something, or?
Not really.
Essentially, it almost puts people in stasis. So, it kind of does the equivalent of like cryogenically freezing someone.
But I can move. I'm not like frozen.
Yeah, a little maybe. Essentially, when you remove someone from time and from fate, you're essentially completely taking them out. It's almost like you put them in a pocket dimension.
Well, the pocket dimension isn't anchored to anything.
No.
Well, I guess if it's targeted on like a person or something, or like a moving organism or something, then it would be anchored to them instead of like because there's no like ground or anything. They're like or anything really to attach.
You haven't tried it with anything living yet. But it would if you're detached from time, especially, but probably also fate, you're not really going to be able to like move or do anything. You essentially because time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you decide it would be like a hypersleep or something. You know, you'd be put in suspended animation. Nothing would be able to affect you.
Well, I was gonna say from time itself though, because time itself can't affect me.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like at the same time, it's like I myself wouldn't be like stuck. I just wouldn't be touched by like time and like fate, like as a whole. It would be like bouncing off like a bubble.
Yeah.
So I feel like I couldn't interact with things, but I feel like I would still have my like mobility.
It would be hard to know without trying it. I would say from what...
So you're not saying no. You're just saying I could try it.
I'm saying you could try it.
Have we actually tried calling out to him? Kiljar, are you here?
There's no response.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't manipulate anything in this place. I don't think we can move the bubble. So maybe we just go with the current?
We get disintegrated if we go with the current. That's the whole point.
No, but like if we find a way to go with the current and not get disintegrated, you know what I mean? Like, because going against the current is going to take a Herculean amount of energy and possibly magic. Wait. Hold on a second. And like, is there energy? Like any kind of like electrical current or wind or water, like spirity stuff inhabits, you know, that kind of element sometimes. So is there anything that's like linking to that?
Yeah, there's kinetic force, there's, you know, all the usual air but there's nothing electronic.
But that's the question, right? If the outside current is pure spirit magic, I cannot do anything about it. If it is kinetic energy or wind doing that, I can try to counter it. But I doubt that it's any of those, and I think that it's spirit magic, actually. Beta is not helping.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Could just a thought, maybe? Why would Gaia give us a way to come here if there was no way to get out?
Yeah, let's check out the house, which is what I was gonna say in the beginning, but then everyone's just like, no, we don't. We'll just here. Let's go inside the house. It's better to brainstorm in a warm house, even though it's not cold out here.
Yeah, all right. Let's do that. Yeah.
You head
Maybe
in.
it has like a car.
I do.
Okay, you head up towards the house, open it up perfectly fine, and head inside. Inside, pretty much looks like a normal house for the most part. There's a hat stand and like a coat rack. You know, you take them off and put in. And there's a there's like a little tube which has an umbrella sticking in it. And then past that through there is you know, just stairs and kind of kitchen area and everything.
I take out the umbrella.
Yeah.
And I just keep it with me as I walk further into the house. And wherever possible, start opening drawers.
Okay. When you pick up the umbrella, you feel like a kind of so you can't sense the magic itself, but you can sense essentially the space it creates. Currently, because it's obviously closed, it's just kind of pretty much just over your hand.
I midway through like the main area that we entered in with the umbrella in hand, I stop suddenly. I turn around and I just open the umbrella.
Okay. Yeah, the umbrella opens, and the space for the magic, again, you don't know what it is, you can't even really tell. All you can tell is the space created almost feels like when you create your boxes and things like that. But it widens and kind of like spreads out to essentially underneath the umbrella.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our shield.
That's an umbrella.
It's
Wrong.
an umbrella with at least some sort of similar to space magic.
Gaia, you clever girl.
Why would anyone need an umbrella here?
To traverse the rain, of course.
I don't think it rains here.
The torrential downpour of spirits.
Okay, yeah. But not actual rain.
That
is what
was
I'm saying.
quick to give up. That was like immediate withdrawal.
I'm just saying, like, not actual rain, which was the implication. of an
All
umbrella.
right.
When you
all
need to,
right,
when
yes.
you go on about details, it actually shows that you just lost the argument, but you don't want to admit that you lost it. So you go on about little details.
I raise my hand to high five now.
I high five it.
It's all right, buddy. Listen, they're not right very often, so you know, we're the smart ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
I close the umbrella again, and I
Okay.
chug it underneath my my arm. And
Well, let's see what else she has in here real quick.
yeah, I was about to say Nell's gonna stay there, but take a look around the room, sort of realizing that they're actually in the home of Gaia, who's no longer here.
Yeah. Not too much of interest, at least. There's a lot of knickknacks, a lot of, there's some Roman coins, there's some, engraved, paintings and things like that. All, if you didn't know Gaia and hadn't got some of her story, you'd be like, oh, she collects antiques. More likely, she was around and just collected them when she was there. It's got a really nice, bust statue, one of those kind of, Roman general-looking things, or maybe Greek. But in terms of things that could be interesting, you do find some documents that probably are a diary of sorts. Even on the front of the cover, you can tell that they aren't English and were probably written some of them at least were written a long time ago.
These are the ones that Nell is seeing?
Just all of you
Or
looking
all of us?
around, yeah.
Okay, then I kind of want to look at those books and see if they're in any language that I would know.
I would say no. You'd
Any language that I would recognize?
You'd possibly recognize Latin. Just because Latin's very recognizable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find the bedroom.
Okay. It's upstairs. I guess you check out a few of the rooms upstairs as well.
I will knock before entering the bedroom.
Of course.
There's no answer when you knock, and when you go in, it's all neatly kept and essentially tidied up. One thing I'll say about the house is it looks like the person going out had decided to do a tidy up, to tidy everything away, and there's nothing left out. It's all very neat and kind of...
It's almost as if she thought she would have guests. That's very polite of her.
Or she suspected she might not come back.
I'm thinking probably the second one. I think she had an idea.
Well, I will look around and go through all of this respectively. I'm going to start going through I don't know, a desk. Does she have a desk or like a writing desk or a dresser drawer or something? Armoire.
Yeah. Lots of different era clothing. Some even, a couple of decades old. I think probably we're talking closest would be about 60s.
Like going through one of those time capsules. Except since it's an entire wardrobe.
There's a bit more of kind of Victorian era and back.
I mean, it's kind of like going through your great grandmother's closet.
I never had one.
Great-grandmother's?
Baba was the closest thing, and you don't want to go through her drawers.
No, I imagine you probably wouldn't.
Yes. There was pig intestines in one of them.
Oh, great. would love to wear that.
Yes. She misplaced it, like she always does.
You know what? Let's go for a roll, seeing as y'all are snooping around. Would everyone please roll me a wits and investigation, please?
So that's 1, and so that's gonna be 4.
Okay. It's 1 success and 2 successes. And 1 success. Sesha. As you're rooting around, you, I think, probably eventually find what is essentially like a kind of jewelry box. It's one of those ones you open and they have like the different layers to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that you probably wouldn't really see as out of place in general, just because there's rings but they're all fairly unremarkable. Just your standard, like run-of-the-mill jewelry. Nothing, an earring here or a ring here, a ring there, like that type of thing. The only thing that I can say stands out to you is an engraved and fairly ornate looking kind of like long flute whistle that's on a chain. Everything about it is a bit more ornate, a bit more crafted looking. Like everything else looks like it could have come out of a jeweler's.
That's the one thing that stands out though.
Yeah.
All right, I will put the unremarkable rings on my fingers,
Yes.
and I'll admire them a little bit. Well, she's got decent taste in jewelry, and I will then take the flute and put it around my neck.
Okay.
This, however, seems really interesting.
Can we?
I would love to talk, but
Oh.
my alarm keeps messing me up here.
It's all fine and stuff that you're rooting around and taking her jewelry, it seems. Because I know how you felt when she died as well. And I know there's more behind this. Can we just agree to not talk about grandfathers and grandmothers again? Kind of touchy.
To be fair, Gaia wasn't that to me, but she was a dear friend. And I don't think she would just leave, I don't think she would just leave this around, just for somebody to
was
come in.
definitely meant for us to find because she gave us the key, and I don't think she gave anyone else a key.
Exactly. So I'm going to blow it.
You blow
It's the spirit.
You blow the kind of fluty whistle thing?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing happens, and it doesn't make any noise.
It's a dog whistle.
I don't think it works.
Or it makes a sound we can't hear.
I'll try it again. And I will try even harder this time.
No noise, and little minute passes. Nothing happens.
Well, you can hold on to it, I guess, but I can't imagine it would be that useful. Or Who knows? In the meantime, though, I'm just gonna look around for anything else that might. Like, I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the kitchen
Okay.
and I'm gonna see what's in the cupboards and stuff.
You know, not too much, and most of it is preserved, so you won't find like bread, but you'll find like tins and jerky, you know, stuff like that.
I'll probably take some jerky, just like some food supplies, just, you know, so that we don't go hungry kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who knows how long we'll be in here?
Yeah.
And I will additionally grab a cup.
Cup get.
Before meeting Alfie down in the kitchen, I will try to kind of shuffle around to see if I can find like a scarf or something, and I will take that with me. Wrap it around me.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Scarves
And I will-
exist.
Yep,
Gaia
and I will-
probably had one.
Then I will throw it over my shoulder, and I'll be like, "Come, Nell. Let us go to the kitchen."
It's
it
good that I don't know that I know that you reacted the way you did when Gaia died and you actually felt something, because otherwise this would be put in a whole different perspective. Sure, let's go downstairs.
I look at Nell. Some of us grieve differently. And
I've
this is
seen
me.
you grieve.
Yes, well, let's get a move on. And she will she won't smile when she says that, but she's like a little bit perturbed, like.
As a
Whatever.
as a sidebar, the scarf wouldn't be like a, you know, like a football scarf or something, like a big kind of winter
No,
thing.
I was thinking like a really thin, like silk kind
it
of like
would
scarf.
be much more
Yeah.
kind of silky.
Fun fact, Gaia was a great football fan.
Considering that you're doing these things and going downstairs and having looked through the essentially pantry, I will say that after a little bit of time, there is like a kind of woomph, like a kind of a sound, and the house / tree itself shakes a little bit, you know, just like kind of like a once kind of like shh, and you hear like some trees, you hear like some leaves rustling outside and stuff like that.
What the fuck is that?
Wasn't me. I'm coming down to the kitchen.
I'm going out of the kitchen and I'm gonna go run outside just to see what the yuck is going on.
All right.
Did you see if she had any butter knives?
I want to look out as well.
I didn't look in particularly, you know.
What about tea? Did you see any tea in there?
And I'm at this point, I'm just going outside. Like,
I'm assuming you run out, turn around, and look up.
Well,
I'll
if there's
also follow.
something to see up, sheepy.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's not like you run outside and you're like where could this be? So yeah, on one of the branches of the tree is a bird? Question mark? It seems to be at a guess around about 11-12 foot tall. Big wingspan, and it's just basically perched upon the branch. It's
big bird.
it's got like the coloring and the look of like a kind of eagle or a hawk or something, but it's also very slightly translucent.
Is it just sitting there, or I want to know if it's just sitting and chilling, or if it looks intent on eating us.
Considering the order in which people came out, when Alfie and Nell come out, it is essentially preening itself and chilling. When Sesha comes out, its head kind of becomes more attentive and like snaps down towards her, like to look down towards her, and says, "You called me."
Shit, another one of your siblings?
No, that.
Oh my god, that's what you called.
I called
That's
a giant
what
bird.
That's what the whistle is for.
Oh, so it's not broken. Excellent. Well, hello, big spirit bird.
Gaia named me Archimedes.
I was about to say, I'm sure it
Archimedes!
loves that you just called it big giant spirit bird.
Listen, I didn't know. I'm not a mind reader. Archimedes. What happens when Gaia calls you normally?
I serve.
You just serve. Maybe that. Oh no!
It doesn't work like that. You don't just clap your hands and call my name and I come like a dog. It doesn't work like that.
No, that was me excited like idea. I would
Oh, okay. It very much sounded and
Oh goodness, no,
seemed
no,
like
no.
you
You're
were
not a dog.
clapping
no.
your hands and calling me.
Oh god, no. Mm-mm. No. I would whistle, of course. And shoot. Wings.
Yeah, once is enough.
I have an idea. Umbrella. Archimedes.
You want to ride the giant. You want to ride Archimedes.
Archimedes,
an
could you
umbrella.
carry all three of us on your back?
Do you wish to contract?
Yes, I wish to contract.
Then I can.
Where do I sign?
Shit, did you just sell your soul to a spirit?
I can't sell my soul to a spirit.
You possess the instrument to which I am bound.
Oh, so we already have a contract. Excellent. See, there we go.
She's new to this. I mean, it's fine. Yeah.
This is the first for me. Sorry, I'm just I'm more I've never had a familiar. That's what they're called, right?
No.
Oh, this is exciting.
Then,
Archimedes.
when you are ready, call for me. And it jumps off of the perch and spreads its wings, and as it does, it starts to contract and shrink down into kind of like a shoulder span size of wingspan, and dives directly down towards you, and essentially, like, just before it hits you, there's like a light kind of blue light spark, and it absorbs into the necklace.
Did you ladies see that? I've got a little beta now too.
That's not very impressive.
Not that great,
I can
honestly.
do much better than that.
Yeah, you honestly can. I mean, it's just a big bird,
I've got a beta now too. Except mine's Archimedes
It's literally a bird.
with an A.
It's a bird and a flute. That's it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Really great. It's not that great.
It's not that great.
It's not that great.
All right.
Yeah.
Once we're done dissing each other's familiars, the two of you,
I'm just excited.
you want to try and stick your foot outside of the circle again?
Why would I do that?
Because
take the
now
rest
we
of my boot
have,
off.
and I unpop the umbrella. This.
Oh, all right, fine. I'll test my other boot. So I will put my other foot in, or put the other point of my boot out.
In,
And I
out,
wanna.
in, out, shake it all about. Do the
Yeah, yeah.
turn
Mhm,
around.
Yeah, but I'll make sure like Nella's like next to
I
me. So.
I wait and I slowly let the boot disintegrate. If you do that.
No, these are my nice boots.
I pop it open and I hold it
Kind of
outside of the circle.
essentially as you lift it out into the circle, the area below it becomes almost like a null zone where the spirit energy kind of doesn't even really hit, it is repelled around it.
Mhm.
So you have like a cone of area that is essentially like a sandpaper spirits free zone. The other thing I'll say, Nil, is while you have no ability with spirit magic, you do have an ability with space magic, which means you could probably, if you want, adjust either the umbrella or the spell itself.
I once I see that the spirits or spirit magic is being warped around it, I with my hand still outside, I pop out entirely and jump outside of the circle so that I stand outside of it under the umbrella.
Yes. Same thing.
All right. And I slowly start pacing circles outside of the big barrier. And I
The space which is like bereft of any spirit energy underneath the umbrella.
Mhm.
There's no remnant left. It is essentially a static let's call it shield. So
Yeah.
as you move, it just follows with you like a spotlight.
Yep. So I go stand next to the barrier again and I say to Sisha, you want to try jumping in as well? I don't know how much space there's underneath this umbrella.
It's not a tiny umbrella. Like, what I would say is if all three of you wanted to use it, you'd essentially be all huddled together, like really close, just kind of like shimmying, which, I mean, I'm down for seeing that, but,
I'm going to, before she can finish a sentence, I'm going to jump in and I'm just going to hug her waist.
Yep. All right, you can let go and
Yep,
how.
I think we're good. Yes. Okay. No, I don't really feel comfortable letting go yet. I don't really want the rest of my body to disintegrate like my boots. So I will stay right here for now.
So
Alright.
are we not taking the bird?
Well, I mean, we should probably use Archimedes. It's kind of like a failsafe at the moment. We're
Can
just going
I-
to kind of wander around a little bit.
Can I try to use space magic? Or see what happens when I use space magic when I... No, Sasha, you can hold on. You don't need to laugh like that. When I essentially want to open a portal underneath us and pop us back out into the barrier. So basically open a circle beneath us, open a circle above us, further back into the barrier. And I want to see if I can actually manipulate space that way and move us that way.
yeah. Essentially, maybe takes a little bit longer than usual, but you can open up a portal, you slide down into it and pop out, probably
alright.
right behind Alfie, and just land there, in the grass again.
All right.
Ah!
Huh. And I close the umbrella, put it underneath my arm again, and I take the Sesha's arm that's still around me, and I just like take it and slowly loosen it.
Kinda pry it off.
And I'll allow, I'll just kind of like follow with. I won't
Yeah.
try to fight.
Right, so we have something to protect us against the spirit magic. We have multiple ways of moving forward. I suggest we get going.
Yes. I will take the compass out and I will close my eyes and I won't say anything. I'll hold it in both my hands. And I will focus on finding Kilja. Or Kiljara.
Okay. When you focus on Kiljara, the needle stops and just stops moving. Before, as always, it was spinning, and then the second you thought about Kiljara, and it doesn't move at all.
Well, if it's correct, it's this way, and she'll point to where it stopped.
Try to think about me.
All right. Close my eyes, and I will think about Nell.
Okay. It spins, and then points at Nell, and kind of like swings back and forward, and slowly gets shorter and shorter, and then kind of like almost vibrates on the spot, pointing in the direction of Nell.
He reacts differently.
Oh. Well, to be fair, I do believe that Kiljara made this compass, so being able to find himself, I would assume be stronger, I guess? The connection, possibly?
Try to think of Merlin.
You're going to do that. Because it's going to be much easier. And I hand it to her.
Just do it.
I am thinking of the old windbag as we speak.
It spins, slows, vibrates, points in a direction.
Alright, so it only reacts oddly to Kiljara.
I think maybe because he's, I don't know, meant to be here.
That, or
something?
again, he did kind of make this compass, so it is kind of his magic. So I would assume he has a stronger affinity to the compass than we do.
Could
But that's just...
all three of you roll me 5d10, please?
We taking falling damage?
Ooh.
I got 2 successes.
This is the best roll I've had so far.
4
that's a
successes
lot.
for Nell. 4 successes for Sesha. In this instance, I'm gonna give it to Nell purely because
Holy cow!
10.
Nell with those rolls.
Yeah, I know. And it's not... I don't think it even matters at this point, but yeah.
Nell. The compass pointed to Merlin.
Yes, thank you for stating.
It only
Yeah.
points to something that's in the same realm as you.
I quickly say, think of Baba Yaga.
All right. I'm thinking of the old, short little windbag who
Spins,
misplaces her things a lot.
stops, slows, vibrates, I can't say exactly the same direction, but pretty much exactly the same direction as Merlin.
Okay. I take the compass from Sasha's hand.
Hey, you could have
And
just said, please
I-
or something.
Think
While
of
she's doing
my real father.
Just keep spinning.
All right.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out what if the reaction to Kiljara meant something more. Because the way it's reacting for Merlin and Baba is that they are in the spirit realm. They are here. And when someone isn't here but clearly still alive, it just keeps spinning.
What if I try to, get, I don't know, Morgan? And
It'll just no, it'll just keep spinning normally.
yeah. So let me try it here. Hold on. And
I give it to you.
And I'll hold it and I'll think of Morgan.
Just keep spinning.
Okay, and then I'm gonna think of I don't know, the guy at the gas station that I got my snacks from last time.
Keep spinning.
And I'll think about I don't know. Like I'll just think about like a bunch of random people that I'd like just thinking about that I know are probably still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that checks out.
Are any of them Kira?
No. I wouldn't have even thought to try Kira.
Okay.
I wouldn't have even thought of that, actually.
I had to check.
All right, so let's get moving and maybe I don't know what it means that it reacts to Kildara that way. None of us do, but
Alfie. Roll me intelligence.
or maybe Alfie does apparently.
Intelligence what?
Occult.
What's that?
You
So
can all roll this
six.
Oh,
if you like.
No, the Alfie can have her genius moment.
I mean, that depends on the dice.
Alfie has done the most reading
One,
and
two,
research
three.
on magic,
Absolutely
so-
correct.
So 4.
I've made it clear that I don't read.
Alright, 4. If it has no reaction like this, it either means that he is like if it wasn't detecting him like he was in a different realm, it would just keep spinning because it's used to find people in a certain realm, like which is difficult to traverse, things like that. If it just stops working, the likelihood is that it cannot detect him as opposed to anything else, which would
Whoa.
track.
Okay, hold on a second. So if I think about something and think about Kildara, it just like stops,
Yeah,
but like it doesn't always stop in the same direction.
no, it stops wherever you start thinking. It essentially goes inert.
Okay, I'm holding on to the compass again, and I'm gonna think about someone that I know is dead.
Okay, just keep spinning.
It can't find it. I think they already found him.
Well, the direction was different, right? When I searched for Merlin and Baba, right? It wasn't the exact direction as Kildara, right?
Well,
But
no.
the direction
But
of
the
Kildara's
direction of
changing
Kildara is
every time.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's wherever you think. Like, whenever you
Or
start
whatever you
thinking
focus
about 'em,
on. Okay.
No. It's whenever it's like if you're thinking about whatever, if you're thinking about nothing and then you think about Kildara, it just stops.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop in a particular direction. It just stops.
Yeah. When you start thinking about him, it just essentially goes inert and stops moving.
Archimedes, and I'll look down at my whistle.
Yes.
Is it how do I say this? Are you good at finding people or things in this realm?
It's not the purpose I've been used for.
What's the purpose you've been used for?
Travel, combat, protection.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind then.
Imbuement,
In-
enhancement,
Enhancement.
enhancement.
Oh, he's British. Never mind. Sorry, you just said enhancement, and the other one said enhancement. I was like,
That's so rude. I'm a spirit. I don't have an
No, then-
accent.
No, don't be rude. Don't be rude to my new familiar, Archimedes.
I'm
Archimedes, you're
sorry.
perfectly
I'm
fine.
sorry. Everyone gets a cool pet and companion,
Alfie.
but I can't be rude.
I could go get you a bottle of water.
All right, you two, cut it out. Alfie,
I like it.
Yeah.
do you think there's a way to enhance the compass, like not to get to work, but I mean, well, Kiljara pretty much. I'm assuming Kiljara kind of knows how to find his things, right? Maybe.
You want to turn it around?
I kind of want to turn it around so not the compass, doesn't lead us to him. We lead him to us.
Hold on
Does
a
that make
minute. I think the reason it keeps stopping is because this compass is imbued with Kiljara's power, so it thinks that it's there.
So I can give you a bit more info because you did hear about this before.
Okay.
Kiljara had this made. He didn't necessarily craft it with his own power.
Oh.
Also,
Chibi, you just have to make things a little bit more complicated for us now, don't
Well,
you?
no. Hold on a second. No. So what does that mean then? Sorry, because I cut you off before, but
so
now I think I might have debated myself.
a little bit. What is it that you know about Kiljara's power?
We know that it's a source of energy.
Yeah.
And it's a recombination, I guess. It's a void of magic, really. That is it's a recombination of the two parts, Kilja and Shelby. And combined,
I'm gonna take Alfie back to the closet. What did Kilja do?
he got rid of the magic.
He nullified.
Like he stopped it. He nullified it.
So if Kiljara is void,
Then you can't really find him with
Well-
magic.
it's very possible that he can't be detected by it.
Yeah, that's fucking doesn't
Which-
have like a signature.
Would explain
Okay.
why it goes inert.
No!
So how do we find a void of magic? How do you find a void of magic?
Keep going. Just be right back.
There's a void of magic is often like if it's like a funnel or like a black hole, then the magic gets pulled into it. It's the opposite of generation of magic. So technically, if we look for the end of the flow, that's where Kiljara will be. Theoretically. It's a void. It goes towards something. So if we we should follow the flow. That's what I was saying. We should follow the flow. Right?
I am not following Alfie. You kind of just sat there for a little bit and mumbled to yourself, and then all of a sudden started shouting.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Think about this, right? Kiljara is the opposite of Kira. Kira is like a battery. Kiljara is like a black hole. If he's a black hole and he pulls all this energy and magic and nullifies it into this void
All right.
endlessly, then that means that there is a motion of energy and magic towards him, right? He is sucking this stuff towards him, which means that the flow of magic would end up at him.
Oh, so we're going to have to. So he's like a giant whirlpool, and we have to follow the pool.
Follow the current. You follow the
Yes.
current into where he is, and the current will lead to him because it's all pulling towards him.
Oh, I understand. That's actually really clever.
The only problem is we won't be able to use the compass because he's a void, and therefore you can't. Like, the compass clearly tries to pinpoint something magical or a being that has like something. He is nothing. So you can't find nothing.
So we have to follow something like possibly something else. Like
You have
maybe
to follow the
cute.
something else that is going towards the nothing. Is
So, like-
pulling towards the nothing.
So we should maybe look for Kira?
No, you follow the current.
Oh, all right. No reason to get upset or raise your voice like that.
You follow the current.
Yeah, we got that.
How do we
Okay.
see the current though? That's what I'm trying to get to.
That's kind of obvious. Yeah, there's a fucking current outside of this barrier, but
I'm gonna pull something up. I'm not sure whether Alfie would latch onto this because she's worked up. But Sesha, you were there. What did Kiljara say he was gonna do?
He was gonna go find Kira.
So if he's trying to go find Kira, then we have to go to where the energy is being produced upstream.
So we have to
why
find
don't we
Kira.
just go and find Kira?
I'm gonna hold on to the thing again.
Your brain work was great, Alfie.
I'm gonna hold on to the compass again and just think about Kira.
Oh, Alfie, it's okay. We're much smarter than both of them. Remember?
No, you are. You're very, very smart. But sometimes you're almost too smart.
You aren't, and you really don't need to say we. You can just say Alfie.
Yeah, Alfie, to be honest.
Kind of rude, but alright.
It's a group effort. Sometimes, most of the time. Just give me a second. I'm gonna think about Kira, and just like focus really, really hard to see if I can find her.
Spins, slows, starts vibrating in a certain direction. The same direction.
As
Great.
yeah, we're gonna need to, use your boy to get there as quickly as we can.
And here, my solution was to try and look for Kiljara on Google Maps because that's not using the magic, but this is clearly fine as well.
My compass app stopped working. All right, Archimedes, it is time for you to spread your wings and deliver us unto Kira.
You have to blow the whistle.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I'm a little new at this. I promise I will get better at this. Just give me a little time or whatnot.
You know what?
I will
For
go
a-
ahead and I'll blow the whistle.
For a practice round, it was already great.
Oh, thank you. Yes, all right. I blow the whistle. Archimedes, it is time for you to spread your wings and deliver us into Kira.
So as
Yeah,
you
great.
blow, shooting out the end of the whistle, Archimedes, not too large, kind of just about kind of regular hawk size essentially, flies out and circles once and then lands on the grass in front of you. What do you wish, Master?
Oh, please don't call me Master. Please call me Sesha.
We have formed a contract.
Yes, well, as your master, I request that you call me Sesha.
What do you wish, Master Sesha?
That's close enough. We need to. She looks back at Alfie and we need you to deliver us in a certain direction. That Kira, yes, Alfie, what do we need to do? You have the compass.
Go in the
Where
direction of. And I'm just gonna point in a direction. I'm gonna point the direction in the direction that is where the thing is pointing to, where Kira is.
Of course. Do you wish wings, or do you wish to fly on me?
We can get wings.
Ah.
We can get wings.
So she will. We would like wings, please.
Of course.
Well,
And
I mean,
Archimedes flaps up and essentially expands out to the size before. It's kind of like an 11-foot wingspan, like big. And then kind of starts to crumble in certain places and eventually turns into slightly smaller, but 3 different kind of hawk eagle type looking, one of each kind of hovering in front of all 3 of you, and then at the same time rushes forward and essentially hits into your kind of like neck chest area. You feel like this kind of like warm, almost like when you're really cold and you drink like a hot beverage, like kind of that type of spreading warmth hit you and then focus kind of on your shoulder blades on your back. Looking at each other, all 3 of you sprout essentially this very translucent blue-white, almost like ghostly wings out the back of your shoulder blades.
Ugh, it feels like there's something in me. Ugh.
It's like a video game. And I'm like flapping them. I'm like trying as best I can to like.
As Alfie's freaking out, I'll look at Nell. She just looked really excited for the wings, and to be honest, I kind of wanted to just ride, Archimedes.
Feels
but
weird. There's something inside. Ugh.
I'm like flying around.
They don't necessarily require flapping. Flapping just helps to steer and to guide and to essentially propel. But yeah, they the wings themselves are pretty much like an extension, like a hand or a leg or anything like that. So you have pretty good control over them. And as a sidebar, this is the type of thing that Kira would have been able to do eventually.
God. I am loving it.
all right, well,
man.
Alfie, you seem to be quite
Okay,
quite
whoa,
the professional flyer.
Wait. It's all fine and dandy that we all have these things, but you forget that there's only one umbrella. So, kind of Big Bird would have been more useful here.
I know, but Alfie looked so happy, and
Yeah, well, Alfie will look really happy flying out there and disintegrating slowly with wings on her back.
Wait a second. I will stick my cane. I'll stick my boot out, my other boot. That was I will stick it out of the umbrella because I'm thinking that if Archimedes is inside of us or has like imbued us with wings, that maybe it might nullify it.
But
I'm
we're
gonna
still
test
inside of the barrier, and I have the umbrella closed.
And, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
But
going
you can
to
stick
test
it
it.
out of the dome essentially. The second you do, your boot starts to disintegrate and get sandpapered.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, well, can we fly and then somebody holds the thing?
So you wanna all fly underneath each other
Yeah,
at the same speed.
yeah. Okay. Never mind.
I'm Alfie. I will ask Archimedes to give us wings next time, all right? It was nice to see you filled with a little joy, but I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
It's
I can-
fine.
Archimedes, I apologize, but we need a different form of transportation. We will need to ride on your back, unfortunately. I apologize. Your show was beautiful.
Yes, please get out of my chest.
Hey, now.
That's not okay. Look, you're laughing like that's some silly little thing to say. Like, ooh, she said chest, but like,
It's just the way you said it. There's no response.
I think you probably have to blow the whistle.
no, she's writing something devious to Sheepy right now.
Oh no.
I blow the whistle, and I will sigh. Archimedes, that was an amazing show, but we need to ride on your back instead. Plans
Yeah.
have changed.
When you blow the whistle, the wings disappear and
Ugh.
Archimedes comes back together.
Kind of tingles a little bit. Not in a bad way. So, yeah, and then I explained to Archimedes, basically we need to ride on him, and I hop on.
He grows to quite a bit larger. And
Yep, and I hop on his back, and I go, and I kind of pat gently behind me. Come on.
Yeah, all right. This I can sort of deal with. I crawl on as well.
Alfie, if you think about it, this is kind of like riding one of those big mounts in a world of Wario Craft that you were talking to me about. Those giant rare ones that you have to spend hours obtaining or something by doing some kind of thing in your game. And you can tell she's trying to actively, which is really odd, but she's trying to actively cheer you up by like saying something. And it also shows too that she was actually trying to listen and pay attention to when you were when you were talking about video games and like your guild and stuff like that. So she's trying to like relate, but it's very bad.
It's
Hey, Alfie.
noted.
Hey, Alfie, get on. We're gonna save Kira's ass.
Yeah, all right. I'll get on.
I pat Sasha on the back, and I say quietly, like, "Good job, though."
Yeah, she kind of looks a little like anxious, like, yeah, you think so?
Yeah, like actually, like genuinely.
I could fly if I was given wings.
Okay, this is not a comparison again.
All right. May I have the compass?
Yeah, and I'll hand the compass over.
I pop open the umbrella, baby.
All right.
so
And I will. I'm going to direct. I will verbally direct, like, which way, like north, northwest, and that kind of thing, like,
yeah.
to Archimedes, so we can kind of like speed through it.
Question. Where are you going? I mean, I know where you're going, but I have to ask just to make sure.
We're going the direction the compass points to Kira.
We're
Okay.
going the exact opposite direction, Sheepy.
Well, we're going home.
Okay.
Jesus.
You travel for a while until eventually the Archimedes essentially stops and circles for a moment, because there is a cessation of the spiritual things. Essentially very, very much like the last time you were here and went to a different place.
Oh no.
And he says,
Huh?
I cannot go any further. Any further would not be the spirit realm, and I cannot enter.
No.
Shit.
We do not want. I do not want you entering. Can you land us somewhere that is within the spirit realm?
Yes. Circles once more, and then flies down and alights on essentially an area just outside.
When Nell climbs off, it actually looks like she actually slowly almost goes down on the knees and then just like straightens again, and just very faintly you very faintly hear, oh, thank God for steady earth.
After everyone gets off, I will.
We need to still stay close though. So.
Yeah. I will ask Archimedes to return back to the whistle. And I will look at Nell. Can you do me a favor? You can do those things with, like, you know, pocket dimensions and stuff, right? That's, you know, where you put things. Can you do that with this? And she holds up the whistle. We can't take him. We can't take Beta either if we're going to continue on further. And I would rather not have Archimedes share the fate of one of the spirits that Gaia had tried to bring forth. Alfie, this is the only way that I can fathom that would keep them safe. I don't wish for either of them to be no more. And the only thing I could think of is Nell's ability to place them in a little pocket of space that is not here.
Are you okay with that, Beta?
I mean, it wouldn't be too bad to go back to the Vale for a little while, but I'm perfectly fine with that as well.
Okay, I just don't want you to be, like, lost again.
Well,
That would be bad.
this would be a little bit easier because then he wouldn't be expelled.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm sure
Is that
Alfie
some-
could find me again, and as long as I'm not being sacrificed to the volcano, I'm actually kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, we'd rather not,
Good
if you
time.
don't mind. Is that possible for you to do, Nell?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
And I hold out my hand.
I will take off the necklace a little reluctantly, and I will look at the whistle, and I will say, Archimedes, I will retrieve you once I am finished. Don't go anywhere. She's talking to this whistle. She's never done anything like this before. But you can already tell she's attached to Archimedes in a really strange way.
Yes, Master Sesha.
Yes. And she reluctantly hands over the whistle to Nell as she straightens up. She goes, yes, well. We have things to do.
All right, Beta, I'm gonna take my necklace off too and give it over to Nell. Just oh god, just yeah, keep Archimedes company. See if they're interesting or whatever. To have conversation. I don't know.
Yeah,
You don't
okay.
have to.
No,
You don't have to. No, you don't have to. Just yeah, just go before I freak out.
Right.
Yeah.
Take care. Kick their ass.
The moment Alfie gives off the necklace and puts it in Null's hand, it looks like a lot of emotions are going through her at that point. It looks like she has like one of those realization moments, quietly, subtly. She'll close her hand around the two of them. Put her hand away in her jacket pocket. Jesus, jack pocket. Wow.
I mean, sure, jack pocket. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Put the hand away, and they are no longer in her pocket.
Okay.
And she'll take her hand back out. You know, I actually sort of maybe admired that you stood up for yourself back in that cabin with Morgan.
What do you mean? What'd I do?
That you sort of kind of stood up and tried to punch me in the face.
Oh, wait, you do? You did? Really?
So long from the Alfie that entered the house the first day.
I mean, I guess.
Take the compliment.
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that.
Just wanted to say, I admire the progress you've made. And my reactions towards you maybe weren't all that grounded.
I mean,
All that. Not fully, but maybe partly.
I mean, it happens. We all kind of we all kind of have our days and our stuff that happens. So
Then are days that we get betrayed by people we thought were actual real family for once, but yeah, putting it lightly.
And I'd hate to, be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but I do kind of know the feeling of being betrayed or let down, or realizing that the people that you looked up to or that you wanted to be like weren't exactly all they were cracked up to be. And it sucks. It happens, but it does suck. And I'm sorry you had that realization with Merlin. If it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty ready to show him that he's missing out on a good thing by messing with you. So let's go show him that he's a piece of shit.
And out of nothing, Nell comes closer to Alfie and just like very briefly, like strongly hugs her
Oh God, what's happening?
and just like squeezes for a moment. Just like a very short squeeze hug, and then lets go and then takes a step back and goes, yeah, all right. Let's go inside.
Wait, are you mad at me anymore? I can't tell. I
I'm
just need to
mad.
know that I'm like walking with her.
No,
but
not mad, just yeah, I think there's a bit of sand dust in the air. I want to get out of here.
Sand spirits, the worst, right?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, well, I mean, me neither, so. It's just like super fucking awkward.
And I want to take a step forward and towards the thing, but I have the umbrella, so I can't just go, okay, bye, losers.
No, if you take a step, like we'll follow you, like. Yeah.
All right. Do we step inside, all of us?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. So, you, under the umbrella, step through the barrier. And you find yourself in a reasonably familiar environment. Sand. Bone white. However, there is a slight difference. Instead of the large, faraway monument, the building that you saw in the last place you came to that was like this, there is an immeasurably tall, essentially set of walls, almost like a big box square, with it's essentially made out of bones or twigs or something along those lines, white and spiky and so on and so forth. It's a little ways in front of you. There's like a kind of open area space. There's, from what you can tell, there is an entrance. It almost looks like the entrance to a maze.
Oh, this is. I don't know how I feel about this. Are we sure this is a good idea? This is.
Doesn't really matter how we feel about this.
Yeah, you're right. No. Yep. It's fine.
I mean, it matters, but doesn't really
Well.
change anything.
This doesn't bode well.
I'm assuming you'd like to head in together?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess one more reluctantly than the other.
Yeah.
Would
Wait. So if because they built more, right? Like it's changed a little bit.
this is probably a different place.
Oh,
At a guess.
I'd guess, yeah.
If we decide to move forward, I stop before the entrance and I say, hold hands. You know, it's always a bad idea. And in stories, they always do this thing where when people enter into a maze or something like that, or some place they don't know, and they all enter separately, they come out in different places. I don't want that shit happening.
Would anyone like to make any preparations before you go in?
Yeah, I'm going to I'm going before as everyone's like looking around and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bite
Prepare.
my thumb and I'm going to take my bandolier of voodoo dolls that I did take the time to infuse back when we were at the house before everything went to utter chaos, and I'm going to make sure I mark each one like with my blood. Like, yep.
We'll circle on some of them, and then
Yep. And like, because they're already infused with magic, I'm just kind of like prepping it just in case.
Yeah.
My bandolier of voodoo dolls.
Anyone else?
Funny you would say that. I don't think Nella's a preparing type. And yeah. I really honestly wouldn't know what she would prepare, what she would need to prepare for. Because the only thing she can do is that little weird thing that she only did once with gloves of Alfie, and that's not really something you can prepare.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really have any. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I'll do is I will just touch my clothing. Sorry, I drank something. I went down the wrong pipe.
Sorry.
I'm gonna touch my clothing and almost like harden them, like
solidify the molecules in it so that they're a bit more sturdy.
Yeah, but still have them like flexible enough, almost like make them into the equivalent of like bulletproof like material. Yeah.
Okay.
Or harder, and that's just like flexible around me though.
Oh yeah, that's totally doable.
Damn, you could have done that to all of us and made us your knights in shining armor.
I could still do that actually, and what I might do is after I'm done kind of like checking my own clothing, I'll be like, hey, do you guys want like protective clothing?
Yes.
I don't know if it's gonna help with like magical stuff, but
yes.
It'll soften a blow.
Falling a few feet from above to the ground can still hurt. It's not magic. It's actual pain. So yes.
Nell says with total knowledge of said thing happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the most advanced mage is gonna have just a knife in their hand.
So, Alfie, could you roll me? This is separate, instantly. Could you roll me? This will be 4 dice. And Sesha and Nell, could you roll me 5 dice, please?
2 successes for me.
Okay. So 3 successes for Sesha and 3 successes for Nell. Alright. So. Alright. Alfie, this place is similar to much more similar to reality in a way. The sand is material. It's not spiritual. Well, it's similar to material is what I would say. It resembles the makeup of the veil in some ways. So it's moldable, it's craftable, along with the, essentially, if you had like, a day or 2 or more maybe, you could set up a big circle, enact a pretty large spell and dissolve this whole big wall bush maze thing. So, just so you know, if you want to make things, if you want to, do anything along those lines, it's possible.
Oh, okay. I'm going to what I'm gonna do is I'm almost gonna like make like put my hands into the sand, pull them out, and make like gauntlets that
Okay.
have the ability to kind of like just shoot things out of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What type of thing? We talking like a
So-
kind of condensed bullet?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tweak them so that the sand turns into leather,
Okay.
and the things that'll shoot out will be almost like a nail gun,
Yeah.
but the nails will be
More arrowhead.
almost like
more arrowhead looking.
more arrowhead and also superheated.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look over at the other two and be like, so this allows for a little bit more fun. Nell, gloves, Sesha, what do you want? Eyeballs? Dolls?
I don't think my dolls need protection as they are technically sacrifices themselves, but
Yeah, but you want more of them. More dolls.
Sheepy, I have a question.
Yeah.
If she makes dolls, that's technically with her magic, right?
Yes.
So her magic would be infused in the dolls? Technically?
Not. No, like the magic would be used in making them, unless
Okay.
unless she
I knew
infused
that was-
them with them.
I knew that was pretty far-fetched, but it was
Yeah.
like, okay. I guess probably my, maybe my chest, I guess? My shirt or something? Oh, no! My scarf.
You want your scarf to be a doll? I'm confused. I was gonna make them out of the sand.
Oh. I thought that you could, reinforce my scarf or something.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, listen, I can
Yeah.
whatever you want.
The
Yes,
I'll just
uh,
I'll just kind of hold the scarf and just again tweak it.
Yeah. just shift it.
but-
It's a lot less flexible now, and it's a bit heavier. But
That's fine.
and yeah, all of your clothes essentially have been reinforced so that they can, they can take, let's say, I don't know, falling from a reasonably significant height. Not that that's apropos or anything. So the only other thing I'll give you from the rolls you did is Sesha. You feel the hand of fate. It is nothing. It is nothing solid that you can put your hand on or you see or put your finger on.
Yeah.
It is just an atmosphere that you can basically taste.
And is it any type of way? Like, is it sour? Is it, sweet? Is it, is it spicy? Like, is there any kind of tell that I can, is there any tell I can get from it that, is it like, does it feel like a bad omen or something?
It feels monumental. Like
Okay.
the best way I can describe it is like your that scene in Jurassic Park when you first see the water and you hear the boom.
I will close my eyes and take a not super dramatic, but kind of like a quiet, sigh, and I will look at the girls. What do their strings look like?
Same as ever. Multiple ones, all very long and
Okay. All right. Okay. I won't say anything. I will just as long as I just wanted to check to make sure that there's okay. I will still keep my same, I don't care kind of whatever face, that she does. So...
Yeah.
All right, well, are we done here?
Did I get cool gloves?
Yeah.
Can I punch through the veil with them? But
Uh,
I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. But is it?
Can I punch through the veil? I'm not gonna do it, but I just want to know if I can.
you'd have to try in the veil.
I'd have to. Well, look. If things go south, I can always try to punch a hole through to the veil.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So, step into the maze.
Hands. All hands.
Yep.
As you face in, there's essentially a fan of passageways that all go off in different directions, very much like a maze. You essentially have one straight ahead of you, a couple to the left and right, a couple more that go straight to the sides. So a total of 5. Which way would you like to go?
I immediately look at our fate mage. Oh, wise one, please do tell us.
Well. And I'm sure the compass is like, whee!
I don't think the compass is moving at all at this point.
Oh, is it not moving or is it just
Oh
kind of
no,
like,
is it moving?
It's just spinning in a circle.
I'm gonna think about Kira again.
Straight down front.
Well,
I opened the door. Or is it not a door? It's just a
it's
hallway.
just a I
Just
think
a
it's just a
hallway,
passageway.
yeah.
Or just a passage. Okay, so we're walking.
Think
Hands.
Think of it like a maze, except for it's super tall and yeah. Okay. All going down the straight front, holding hands.
Oh, it's super tall, but there's no like roof or anything. So I can see the top of it.
Not really. You can see the sky above, but you can't really see the top of it. So yeah, like from where you're standing, you can't see the top. Essentially, it goes high enough that.
All right.
So, step forward together, hands.
Yeah.
Okay. As you step forward, you each move down a different passage, unlinking hands and walking.
You
No!
can't do that.
No!
I linked hands, Sheepy. I beat your game. You can't do that.
You all move down the path you were destined to move down.
Fuck.
With no conscious realization of splitting up. Alfie, you head down the middle. Nell, you head down the left. And Sesha heads down the right, with none of you taking the side passages that go directly left and right. I would say a little whiles after, you realize that you have moved away from each other. So, I would say the moment that happens is when you walk out into a more open kind of square space, each 3 of you. No. There's only one thing in the square that you walk out into. And that's Merlin. I'll do Sesha's in a moment. Alfie.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 things where you step out into.
Oh.
There is a figure with his back to you, sitting, contemplating what appears to be in front of him, a big gem on a pedestal.
I'm just gonna like gently kind of walk up.
As you start to walk up, he hears your footsteps and head turns around. It's Kiljara.
Hey.
And Sesha, to catch you up very quickly. As you stepped into the thing, you all let go of each other's hands and walked off down separate ways as you were destined to. Which is why when you step out by yourself and suddenly realize that you've left everyone else, you are confronted with, sitting on a chair, Baba.
Well, of course this didn't go as planned. Hello. Baba.
Welcome, Sesha.
I see our fates are still connected.
Thanks to me. I saw to it that you came here.
Of course you did.
Well, once you entered the maze, I saw to it that you came here.
Ever so clever. Well, are you going to do me the pleasure in explaining why you so aptly pulled the strings?
Well, because it would be a problem if you were to meet with someone else other than me.
Why is that?
Because I have very similar magic to yours, but I am better. So you cannot beat me.
Oh. I can't beat you, really.
It is the same with your friend.
My friend?
The angry one with the scar.
She's not angry. Well, she is, but she has a good reason. Technically, I have a good reason, too. You and
Yes.
that old windbag have been pulling our strings for some time now.
Yes.
And I know you didn't feel any remorse.
No.
But what about Merlin?
Merlin did what he had to do.
Oh, yes, that same old excuse over and over again. That doesn't work. So what do you plan on doing?
Well, you could go back, return, leave, go away.
Mm-hmm. And
That is it.
I just go back to, the main plane and just, wander around?
Live your life, do whatever you want. None of my business.
I highly doubt that. I would say that you want to elude that you would give me the freedom to go about and do what I want. But I also have a feeling, too, that you know that, yes, I can beat you. And I can stop you. Because we're here, after all, aren't we? And I know that you couldn't control that.
And why are you here, Sesha? Are you here to make a better world? Are you here to punish because we betrayed you?
I don't know. I guess you don't know. And I guess you won't know. Why should I tell you?
You don't have to.
No, I don't. If there's one thing I've learned without you, Baba, it's that fate bends to no one, and no one can truly control it. But I have time. Something you don't.
No, I don't have time. You know what I do have? And, she stands up and shakes, and, like, a bit of dust kind of comes off her cloak. And she spreads her arms out, and you hear, like, cracking and snapping, as her, like, biceps start to bulge and her like arms elongate, her body gets bigger. She, to give you a proper description of what change goes over her, she essentially goes from bent over little old lady to Venom, from no, not Venom, the Tom Hardy character. Tom Hardy played him in Batman. What the hell's the name of that guy? Is it Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah, she basically goes into a roided out Venom kind of looking.
I have life, Sasha.
Life. That's really funny, Baba. It's almost kind of humorous if you think about it. Life has an expiration date.
Sometimes.
And we will switch over, leaving for the moment, because I'm assuming something is about to pop off in a second there. Nell.
You.
Hello again.
Go on.
Eleanor.
Mm. No. You don't get to call me that. You don't. You know why? Go on explaining how this was necessary, how all of this was meant to be, and you didn't have a choice, and this is the best way.
No,
Oh, you're not gonna do that.
I had a choice. I do not regret the one I made. And I will not apologize. I've already done that once. I think that is enough.
I think that's enough for most people, but maybe not for a teenager who already had serious trust issues and who already had one male authority figure in her life that she wanted killed because she got betrayed and used.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. funny word choice there, unfortunately. Yeah, a lot has been unfortunate.
If I could finish. Unfortunately, that is what you made you so easy to fool.
So what, you go pick out broken kids from the streets more often?
Only once. If that helps.
Sure, it helps a great deal.
Well then, why did you come here?
You have a fate mage on your side. Take a guess.
Oh, I don't mean here to me. I mean, after everything you've been through, why would you put yourself through this as well? Why didn't you just leave? Just go. Forget all of this. Save yourself the pain.
Because you know what? From doing that once, you learn that you don't forget the pain that way. And that walking away from it and thinking that it's all better if you just leave it, you don't have to be confronted by it again. You learn that that creates ghosts that haunt you. You learn that that shapes the way you make every next step. And you know that that is the way that you never forget. And I've learned that as a mage, I'm gonna be walking around here a very long time. The least I need is 2 ghosts in my life.
True enough.
So you're really just a big manipulator. Getting a kid inside that's easy to use. Give her a little bit of what she could never have.
I've had my goals.
Give her a home.
I've had my goals for a long time now. And sacrifices must be made.
Sacrifice. Yeah. You know, it's funny. The sacrifices seem to always be the ones who can't protect themselves in the situation. And no one ever seems to deem it worthy to protect those. Because it's just easier that way. Why take blame yourself when you can just put it on someone else? Why do something yourself when it's so much easier to take someone that's weaker, that's not in a position to do anything against you, and use them? Use them to solve your pathetic problem that you can't face yourself. You know, mage or human, it doesn't seem to differ much.
It's essentially the same.
Essentially the fucking same.
With
Just as manipulative to get their own goals without keeping anything else in mind.
most likely even more so. More power. More control. More ability to do damage. Much more dangerous.
You know, Rasputin gave us a life lesson once. He told us about the way he was and about the way he wanted to do good to people. And then he said that he got corrupted. Along the way, power started taking over, and he started giving less and less about morals. Your story as generic? Least you can do is at least tell the truth now
At some point, I realized I was no longer doing any good. I realized that we had essentially created a system to benefit only us. More power, more control, and nothing to stop us. And the worst thing was, there was no way to hit the reset button. Well, one way. A new world. A new reality. A fresh start. And that is what I've desired for over 1,000 years. Nothing I told you, none of me caring for you was a lie. But I will not be swayed from my goal, and I will not let you stop me. And it became clear, as we spent more time together, you would not see things the way that I see them. And in the end, when I asked, you would reject me. So I did not bring you on.
You know, back then, when you would have suggested a new world made by you, I would have thought, you know what? I trust him. He seems to be the only fucking good and decent person I've met so far that is an authority but doesn't abuse it. That seems actually, although crazy at some points, a bit mad scientist, but has a good heart underneath it. But when I look at it now, all I see is another fucking delusional, power-hungry person wanting a new chance because their plan didn't work out the way they wanted it to. And they use what they can to do that because nothing will stop their plan. Because that's what they want. And it could have all been different. At any point, you could have chosen to do something else. At any point, you could have tried to talk to me and figured out maybe something else. A way to make this reality work instead of having to create another fucking one. Because yeah, there's shit around us. People are trash most of the times, but there's actually some decent people in there. You know why? Because I've fucking met some of them. They're the one you ripped away from me when I entered this room. Morgan said you wanted an end to it all.
Yes.
So why not just give up and start anew that way?
type of legacy will I have left behind?
Maybe a better one than you're doing right now.
Oh.
Maybe a chance at a better one than you're doing right now. Because you're doing a fairly shit job.
From your perspective, perhaps. I have thought about this for a long time. And this is the best way to end things. For most people. Present company accepted. So, what now, Eleanor?
Stop. You really did not get to call me that.
You can't.
You could try
stop
to
me.
show some fucking emotion in all of this. Or what? You're too old for that? You've grown out of it? All powerful mage as you are can shed a fucking tear? No, of course not, because your goal is the best, right? You're doing it all for your goal. And you're gonna kill me for your goal, because I will stand in your way.
I don't have to kill you. You can't beat me.
You know what? I thought so in the past as well, and that's why I ran away. But I guess little Eleanor has grown the fuck up.
And again, we will switch over to Alfie.
Hey, Kiljara.
Alfie,
Hey.
what are you doing here?
Looking for you, actually. The others were supposed to be with me, but I think we probably got lost somehow. Did you find Kira?
Here she is.
It's a big rock.
It's a gemstone. But yes.
Yeah, gemstones are just big rocks, you know? Right? Hey, did Merlin or Baba Yaga did they show up yet?
I'm not sure. I think they came by here and said they'd help.
Okay. Do you know why they're helping?
No.
I don't suppose you care.
I require input, guidance. I require help to complete my purpose.
And your purpose is to, one more time.
To create, I've found the necessary catalyst to draw on. Now I merely need ignition, a spark, creativity, something to drive creation.
Will this collapse the spirit world?
No, it should save it. Or not save it, but end the expansion of the void.
Will it damage anything?
Just me.
Is that what you want?
What other purpose could be to fulfill the reason you were created? Your entire reason of existence.
You know, reasons for existence can change, right? Reasons for being, reasons for going on. I mean, it's very human to be kind of messed up when you don't have a purpose or don't feel like you have one. And then sometimes you end up finding a new one, and that ends up kind of pushing you forward more.
I'm not human.
No, but I'm only trying to compare from something I would know. Might not be super relevant, but
Do you expect your creations to act other than you have the reason that you have created them for?
I would hope that they could gain their own sentience. It's kind of one of the really cool things about being able to make things, is that you can make them as one way and then they evolve into something greater. Something that maybe you didn't imagine in the first place.
Have you done that?
I don't think I've successfully done it yet. But I hope to be able to do that one day. Hopefully for good purposes. I'm just gonna like walk up beside him and look at the gem Kira. I think Kira would have liked to be able to make something good, self-sustaining, beneficial to more than just herself. I only knew her for like a day, but she seemed like the kind of person who would, I don't know, want to help others.
If it helps, she will be the essential makeup of a new reality. You could, to some degree, equate it to being a god.
It's a little scary.
Where are Nell and Sesha?
I I don't know. And actually, I'm a little worried. They were supposed to be with me. We were holding hands and on their way here. And then by the time I noticed that we weren't together anymore, I was here.
You must have been split up so you could be confronted separately.
Wait, confronted?
I think, most possibly, I'm expected to destroy you.
Oh. Well, I don't want that.
It wouldn't be the first time. If you look around a little bit, there are multiple broken, like bone, like parts of masks and remnants of like dust and.
Do they look like me?
No.
My babies! My children!
I believe you gotta look at least one of them, so that they have a resemblance to Moonface.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, you killed Moonface. And
Oh?
and that's what we were calling him, Moonface. He was like they were trying to protect Kira, keep Kira. I wasn't sure.
Some of them came and tried to take the gem, so I stopped them.
Alfie
makes
would have known
sense.
that we explained that Kira was being used as like a battery by the Moon Mask people, so they were trying to get it back. So they could expand their weird domain.
Yeah. No, I remember. I'm just like stunned. I'm just like, whoa. Okay, so that wow, you are a very, very powerful entity.
No.
Well, how no?
I'm not strong. I just can't be touched.
But then how does that explain why they're all broken?
He reaches out to a part of the wall, or the things near you, and just essentially like closes his hand around, and it just crumbles and crumbles to dust like instantaneously.
Huh. You know, I can almost do something like that.
Try it if you like.
And I'm gonna try to use my rust ability on the same kind of thing.
Oh, no. On me.
What? No. I'm not gonna make you die or try to.
You can't touch.
I don't think.
You can't touch
I don't.
me.
Yeah, you're a void of magic.
Yes. Or, if you would like, you can try and hit me, or shoot me, or strike me. You can't touch me.
Are you going to try and kill me? Is that...
I can't think of a particular reason why I should or should not. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, actually I do. I have a couple of them. But I suppose the most compelling one might be that you need a creative spark.
Yes.
And you can't do that on your own.
This is not part of why I was created. I suspect my creator wanted to do the detailed creation part herself.
Herself? Guinevere.
Guinevere.
But Guinevere isn't here to show you how to create or to guide you, right?
No.
And Baba and Merlin aren't doing it?
I have found it difficult to initiate. I suspect that, unfortunately, they lack the perspective of potential.
That is mighty unfortunate. I can help with that.
What about your friends?
Well, I mean, I'd like for them to be part of it. At least if there's the creative potential to have them included, then wouldn't that be great?
It is likely that they will die soon if they are facing their masters.
Then we should probably hurry.
Yes.
And if there's one thing that I can suggest, because this is all about boundaries, limitations, and what will and won't be a boundary and limitation, right?
Yes.
In the creative process. So if we do this, we have to make sure Baba doesn't have any power. And we have to also make sure that Merlin stays alive and is stripped of his own magic.
And he stands up, pauses for a second, and then raises his hand and says, well then let's just remove their power.
Can you do that right now?
And he clicks his fingers. And we will end there for today.
Oh my god! What?
Oh my gosh!
I think I just pressed the win button. I love Kiljara. What the fuck?
We need to fucking wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, now it's 2 weeks. Well, technically 3, I think. So, oh, sorry. I wasn't gonna do it for the actual.
I was like sitting here like typing like a little gremlin, like mad woman, like the sheepy, and I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm like covering my bases and like this is gonna happen because I feel like I'm gonna have a big fight with Baba. And I gotta make sure like I watch my, and then Alfie's like, hold my beer. Push button.
So
I'm just like, and
This is not gonna
switch.
be good.
I wasn't gonna do it actually in the show, but what I really wanted to do is let's take it away from them, and then
oh,
just
That
like
would have been
yes.
perfect. I want this song for the combat. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Shit, if you want Merlin alive now, you're gonna have to take Nell away kicking and screaming.
I thought
Oh man.
that I was going to what's it called?
oh, I'll put it on something
Like fight, like hardcore fight Baba, and I was gonna have to like eat my whole like time has an expiration date or like life has an
That
expiration
was
date
such
words.
a fucking cool sentence.
It was-
Though.
That was a
I know, it
great
was really
line.
cool. I was really cool, and I'm sitting there like, I haven't rolled yet either. Oh, you're not supposed to trash talk before like, before you roll or like, before you actually you attack. Like, so I was just like, oh, but she would so totally do it.
I mean, and plus, the great thing about being a fate mage is however things turn out, it kind of works, because fate mages will tempt fates. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh no.
Yeah,
ow,
that's
ow.
why she's just like, life has an expiration date. Ooh.
So good.
I was
So good.
I was very convinced that you were going to have to fight them fully empowered and magic raging, which would have been very epic and impressive. And who knows what's going to happen, but obviously Kildjara has his own ways. Interestingly, the thing that really clinched it was talking about your potential, basically saying like, I haven't Alfie basically saying I haven't achieved that yet, but I can.
So what I fucking told in the chat of Zoom, I was like, fuck, wait, they lacked a perspective of potential, like the mentors saying they will beat us because they're better, because they lacked see the full potential. I felt like one of those like conspiracy theory persons. Like, wait, hold up.
we actually have that emote. It's where is it? It's this. There in the chat.
Nice. Yeah, the minute there's like, oh, they lack perspective of potential, I'm just like, oh, but that's like all Alfie has.
Like that's all.
Is like
that's what all three
it's
of
all
you have.
all of us have. Is like we're just all like, oh my god, cool things that we can do.
And the thing about creating a whole new reality or dimension or whatever is, in the process of creation, what you start with is potential. Like that's the whole theory of the Big Bang and everything. It's potential, and then which is why once you got onto that topic and you were talking about it, Kildjara was like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe this is the missing ingredient needed. Because he's been having some issues. Yeah.
It's it's like writer's block, or like what is it? It's the paralysis of choice.
Yeah.
Hey, Sheepy, by the way. One whole episode without crying. Good job.
Hey, look.
I meant last episode. I don't know if you saw the tears.
I was like, wait a second. I was wait, this. While I'm clapping slow clock, I'm like processing. Like, wait, I'm pretty sure she did cry. This episode
fucking did.
I was trying very hard to be Merlin, and not to be like emotional. So you may go back and watch that scene at some point and be like, wow, Sheepy's voice is trembling a little bit here. It's because I was like, straight face, cool, calm, collected, 1,000 years old, no little baby.
Kudos to you.
And baby.
I threw everything at you, so kudos.
I will say that Merlin is not unfeeling. As he said, and may have been apparent. It's not that he doesn't care, it's just that he's extremely old and has a whole alien perspective comparative to, a teenage girl who, very understandably, feels quite hard done by. And, Barbara's just a monster.
Yeah, but like a cool one. She like turned into this fucking massive.
She's just like, I have her life, and I'm just sitting here, just like, because she's just like, I'm more powerful than you, and I pulled these strings, and so she's just sitting here like, you can't control fate. No one can control fate. I can't even do it, and I already know that I'm way more powerful than you, because there wouldn't be any reason why you would put me in this little tiny room with you in the first place. So like, everything you're doing is the complete opposite.
Do you know why she? Like, because essentially, she's more powerful than you when it comes to fate, and that has some allowances for like dispelling and countering magic. So she's the best one to face up against you. The real problem is if you had gone up against Merlin, there are a couple of things you can do that can just completely nullify him. So That's why, and that's essentially why you both had a direction, because they both knew that they could counter you.
It's just very fitting. Yeah, it's just very fitting to narrative wise. But man, it would be pretty cool to kick Merlin's ass and then for Nell to kick Baba's ass. I'd like to see that. I don't think that would have happened, but I think you would have kicked. I think you would have kicked Baba's ass. She may be like big buff and stuff, but you know, come on now.
I mean, yeah.
I could have punched her into the veil.
Well, she has to like. She may be more more powerful on like fate and stuff like that, but she can't just like. She's not like Killjarra, where you know, like snap your fingers. You know, like it's your fate changes. Like she still has to technically do a tiny little bit of prep. Not like as much as I do. I obviously have to do way more prep. I obviously have to like fulfill like certain parameters before I can actually get to like using that type of magic.
Well, what I'll say is that if you had to fight them one-on-one with no like outside help or anything, you see that roll I did there, 9d10?
Yeah.
That was to see if you noticed the fate that she'd laid out for you.
Did I? Wait, did I?
No, she rolled more than all of you.
Okay.
Oh, great.
It essentially, the one thing I gave you was that you could sense a vast like,
with the hand of fate kind of thing.
Yeah, but that is to do with the situation as well, because creating a whole new reality, kind of a big deal, turns out.
Kind of. I feel like Merlin and Baba are like kind of a little they're a little jaded from being rejected, kind of.
They still have hopes that they can get it sorted out, because Killjarra had no idea what the problem was.
Yeah, but like us interfering is like,
yeah,
can't be doing that.
Yeah, essentially they don't want anyone else to turn up and to you know, give it a crack themselves. So they were like, stand in the way. And yeah, so some of the Voidkin turned up to reclaim the Kira gem. Got fucking dismantled by Killjarra because you can't do anything to him. Which, in its own way, I don't know whether you picked it up, but kind of isolates him from a lot of stuff. Can't touch, can't feel, can't, you know. I don't know whether you picked it up, but every time he said you can't touch me, it's in a way that's a little bit sad. Like, you know.
I picked that up and I was like, oh, Like,
he just wants a hug.
I was like, I can't actually do anything to you, and that's you know, I almost feel bad, you know, but at the same time, it's like
the thing
it's like half bragging, half sad, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. Can I just point out that Doozer Pindan just said in the chat, I feel like Sesha's gonna realize Baba has no power and just start laughing hysterically. Nell's gonna realize Merlin has no power and will just pancake him. And I feel like that's a very accurate description of what might happen for the two of us.
Like, yeah, no, Nell is gonna beat the brakes off of Merlin. And Sesha is gonna laugh and start just like almost using her as a puppet, you know, and like sit her down for tea and like have a nice little snack with Baba. Be like, oh, but now look whose fate is like.
Well,
you know.
I mean, you know, I'm assuming you guys have your power.
That's the other thing, is that I'm like, hold on a minute.
honey, that's not a problem. You see these fists?
Oh yeah,
they're the power, baby.
Oh yeah.
I still have a cane. I'm not afraid to use it. Even if I can't unsheath it, I still have a cane.
You do still have a cane.
I think I will certainly. Alfie will certainly be like completely bent out of shape if her powers are gone, because then that means she won't be able to talk to Beta.
Gosh, she can't anyway at the moment. He's in a.
Can't
pocket
anyway at the
dimension.
moment, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, if I can't ever talk to Beta again, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, hold on a minute. No. Not okay.
But yeah, I think so for everyone watching, thanks for watching for a start. We'll do outros in a second, but I think we can get finished next time, which will be on the 5th of December. The couple of weeks break, unfortunately, but as I said, I was gonna find a nice little cliffhanger for everyone to fucking sit on for a few weeks. Sorry about that.
That was an excellent
That
snap,
was
though.
really
That was
good.
really well done.
I just snap and I'm like,
Really well
mind
done.
blown. Very good.
I don't feel well, Mr. Stark.
The last thing Moonface said was, Sasha, no, sister.
Who said Moonface is dead?
No, I was just saying that like they're moon face like
Oh,
like
yeah,
people.
the-
Like I
the-
didn't say they were because I don't think he's actually dead.
I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but even though like there's not an in-world name for them or anything, the one I came up with is Voidkin.
You did say that, yes. I don't know if you said it on stream.
I
but
don't
certainly,
know if I said it on stream. Yeah.
But I definitely remember that name coming up when we were talking about it. So,
Also, all of them had a name.
Yeah, I think they all had a name.
Crack, Ridge, Tears, Spine, Circle, and Crown, along with Moonface. Just based on the... You remember the one that could...
Yeah,
like,
their appearances and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because I remember it, and I was like, "You don't have a face." And like trying to insult them, and they're like, "I have a face. It's right here. You
Oh.
don't have a face."
That was to Circle, the one who had the tiny little...
Uh-huh.
Which extends as it goes. Yeah, that's Unfortunately, you never met Crown. Yeah, that was an interesting
Rest
one.
in peace, wherever they are.
Pieces.
If they are alive. Oh, pieces. Rest in pieces.
ripping pepperonis.
Ribbon pepperonis.
So if you'd like to talk any more about things that happened today, feel free. But let's do outros. I can't say the person I made cry the most every time because that's always gonna be Syrinx.
What a fucking surprise!
So let's start with the person who had the most impactiousness to the episode and to the storyline today, which was Alfie and also Vandy.
Ah! I took away people's powers. What the fuck?
Like, yeah, no.
Hi, I'm Vandy. I play Alfie. I'm around on people's streams. I don't stream as much right now because I have a new job that I'm doing and stuff. And hopefully, when I'm settled, I can actually stream some more, which would be really nice because I miss being on stream more. So you can find me at OMG Vandy everywhere, and please don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon. That you know, do that, and also to these lovely people in the chat because they're wonderful. These lovely, look at this, Syrinx and Kat. These people, they like do things online.
I mean, they're in the
Often.
other direction as well, but
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
right. Sorry. On Zoom, actually, they're on
Zoom
this side.
and
That's why I'm
on-
saying-
Yeah.
On Zoom, they're below you for me, so
Oh. I don't know. They're this way.
that's just
They're-
for me. On the stream, there, yeah.
And I'm gonna hot potato it over to Syrinx, to Nell, who made a really kind of cute attempt at an apology today. So that was kind of
Hmm.
that was nice.
That was actually a really fucking good scene.
It was a good scene.
Yeah, it's just back here, just like,
And it's just going like, it's, you know, it's whatever. Like,
It's cool.
I just got some sand in my eye, bro. Like,
it's, yeah.
don't worry about it.
Hey, hi there. I'm Syrinx. What a surprise. I've cried 4 times now. Had 1 episode of a break. Sheepy couldn't say it today, but I am the one who is most tortured again. But that's quite alright. You can find me as Syrinx on Twitter and Instagram. I am so happy with the episode that we had right now, the developments that we had. It was really great, and I think it really sets us up for a really good last episode. Where just every character had this like path they went down, and we're gonna see where it ends up.
Just think,
But-
you could have gone anywhere. You could have headed to the council and like had it.
We
up
could have
with them or
fucking
something.
killed Guinevere. The bitch
Yeah.
needs to be dead.
Could have gone off to Guinevere.
Dismembered. Let's go.
Um,
New reality without Guinevere in it.
One thing I will say is, Sirix, you remember when we started character creation and everything, and we did all that, and you sent me the readout
Mhm.
of your like character backstory and like
Mhm.
details of the family and everything. Were you
Mhm.
not suspicious from the start when I gave you a kindly, loving father figure after reading that?
I felt like, hey, great. This is a great way for Nell to sometimes say, like, oh, look what what you're giving me, what others couldn't. And like, oh, look, it could have been the other way around as well.
It
You
very
could have
much
been
could
like,
have been. It very much could have been.
here's your redemption arc. Good luck. But no, you said, here, shove it down a second time. See how it works now.
Yeah. So.
And I will hot potato it to our lovely cat with the amazing last quip of her fucking encounter. Jesus.
Also, I gave you a bird.
I know.
Got a bird.
You know what?
Well, I have a bird now.
Yeah.
Technically, I have a bird and
A beta.
a soul
Especially-
trapped in a necklace.
A bird and a beta.
This just goes to show that the only true person that can put up with Sasha as a companion or a friend is Bird.
Yeah.
There's a freaking bird.
It's a
Spirit
bird.
no less.
So yeah, so it's kind of fitting that it's like she has now this like, you know, companion, and she's like, I've never had a pet before. I've never had a companion. I've never had, somebody to talk to, but this is weird because she's been trying to like talk to the girls and she's been super bad at it. And so the fact already that she got this little whistle with this little spirit bird, she's like, what are these feelings I am feeling? I don't understand them. Why am I so attached to this bird thing? Odd.
It listens to me without judgment.
Yeah,
I
it
think-
doesn't quit back. It's odd.
I think half of the attachment purely came from it being like, hello, I'm Archimedes. And she was like, Archimedes.
Because she's like, she won't say it out loud, but she always did kind of like envy Alfie and Beta's relationship because Beta's because they have such a close relationship and Beta's always been there even through their quips.
Mm.
So that's why, like when she took Beta and has always been nice to Beta, she's like, well, maybe I can also have that, that kind of relationship. But she didn't really correlate or realize that it's like no, you can't, because like that's kind of like their thing.
Yeah.
And so she'd always been envious because he would always like, like take her side and she would always, go and, save him. And she kind of envies the fact she's like, well, I want that. Like, haven't I been like nice, like, to everybody? Why don't I have that kind of thing? So it was actually kind of funny to have that big surprise. With Baba though, she's just like, I'm gonna throw this old windbag in a volcano or something if I can.
Mm. Mhm.
So she's so done with it because she knew like that Baba was kind of like that could pull, she knew Baba could pull strings and fate and stuff. But when she herself found out that she was also being played and her fate was being messed with, because she does not like that. That's the number one thing, is she doesn't like messing with, like the fates or having people have that kind of control.
Yeah.
Because there's no real order to it. And so the fact that Baba had been doing it the whole time, she's like very livid.
Mm.
Time to take Granny to retirement home.
Oh, we'll see you next episode.
Oh, yeah. You can also find me at twitch.tv/imcat, and I am streaming today, doing some New World for some final drops.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's episode 13. It was actually quite lucky when you boil down to it. You know, and I may have made Syrinx cry again, but that's not my fault because, you know, I've hit everyone with pretty, you know, I'd say Sesha the least of all, but Alfie's had some.
I've had some emotional times.
Some pretty emotional times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll go outro and off to other places. So thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget, there is a Patreon if you want to support. If you enjoyed this show, you want to see more. There are lots of shows on my YouTube. At this point, there's a whole load, so go check them out, give them a look. We won't be here for Mage next week or the week after, but do keep an eye on Discord and Twitter. I'll let you know what the plan is. I have a few ideas. We may have a live show, or it may be reruns. I'm thinking possibly if we can't do a live show over the next couple of weeks, I'll rerun Moonkissed, because I want everyone to cry, and also Glitch, because that's just an amazing PG show. So, yes. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Check out all the places. And I don't think I finished my Patreon thing. So, essentially, yeah, if you want to see more shows, check out the Patreon. You can essentially, let's call it subscribe or sign up for a reasonably low amount of money to support the channel and the shows. And the more people who do that, the more shows I can make. So, you know. And everything goes from Patreon into... everything goes from Patreon into the cost pay. So there. And do come back in a couple of weeks when we will have the finale of Mage. After the finale of Mage over December, there'll be a short gap into January where we'll be coming back with a new Monday show, which will be announced soon. The season 2 of Dragon Riders, which is a great, very, very fun show. And I have an additional thing that is planned that you will see in the future. So there's three things coming after December. So just get through December into January, you'll start to see a whole load more stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in early December on the 5th when we come back.